that starts before there, which is was your actual one, but I just
Okay.
didn't use it because the way it came in
Ooh.
felt a little bit.
Okay, that's what you were really doing right there. Okay, I see. I didn't.
So
I don't.
your one is like here, but then this is like the pickup to like
That's the end of it.
yeah. So I felt like right there,
Yeah. Mhm.
even if we don't keep the other part, and then you would come in on the one with your 808s
Right.
and
Okay.
heartbreaks.
Yeah, heartbreaks. All right. So hold on. Let me do this one.
Oh my god, this engineer is talking. I mean, this is good shit, honestly. But I don't think many people are engineers out here.
Somebody asked, what's the difference between the bass and the 808s? That's a really good
That's
question.
an awesome
So
question.
808s are called 808s because they come from a machine called the 808, and it's a drum machine. And typically, especially like in hip hop or urban rap, whatever you want to call it, it has an extended tone, so it's like so it's super popular. And then a bass usually could be any other instrument that plays those lower frequencies. Sometimes it's a guitar, sometimes it's a keyboard. So that's the main.
So 103 people tuned into this? That's not that much. That's not that much at all.
I think it's just a bleed.
I mean, we gotta get to 103. Can't believe they're getting paid for this shit.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm okay with it.
Just for context, the engineer is not the highest paid person in the room. Someone like Scott Storch, who produces the beats, so he's actually coming up with those melodies and he's coming up with what the whole song is going to sound like. That's the person who gets paid a lot. The engineer just puts it together.
Gotcha.
Yes, you need a good engineer. Yes, there are a lot of good engineers out there.
That's like the main point.
And you have to have a good mixer.
For me, like that was the guitar on that.
So if you can spend some time in
yeah, I'm playing the A and the F
Audible,
chords just to match.
you can do really well here because you can always get work as an engineer. The only problem is you still have to play the game. Like, you still have to have your relationships and shit. And some musicians get really testy. Like, you can't lose their stems. That means you have to, like, save these separately. And that's really, really hard.
Stuff like we don't want to lose.
And it's boring as fuck. Sometimes you're in studio, so you want to charge hourly. Otherwise, the rapper will be with you forever.
And like, because you know how you were like, oh, Rosalia vibes. Like, if we start with the piano, we kind of lose that too.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Oh my god.
By the way, you want your there's live mixers. There's people who mix for live music, and usually it's done through that. That's typically like less tech heavy, and then there's people who are in the
So I do
recording
this thing with
studio,
bass where I say,
and then you
where I
can
do-
mix
turn it
the
down as much as you
live
can until you
sound
realize
afterwards
that- until you
for
hear
a recording.
Because like here, right now, what I just did, negative 3 and negative 13. I can't tell the difference when I'm pulling this fader down, like barely. Watch, like so negative 3, negative 6, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But off rip, I would. This is okay. Now, very careful of is I'm
Okay. I find this really interesting, but I feel like most people who are Rolling Loud fans, you can see it's already dropped off a little bit, are not going to be that interested in this shit. Unlock points. Okay. I'm dropping frames. What do you mean I'm dropping frames? I'm not even playing anything. So what's going on? Is Meg on? yo, this has been like 30 minutes. I'm just trying to see the first part of her set. Maybe I'll tune in later. I don't want to just like stay on to stay on, you know? And I mean, this is interesting shit. I've been doing my own audio mixing. If you like look at my, I don't know if that goes to, oh, here. Here we go. I've been mixing my podcast, so I have like different stems. So, like, I mean, LA is the city of fucking losers and clinger honors. People who will be with you during your 5 minutes of fame. And then when you get down, when you're down and out, and you actually need people to support you in your journey, they won't be there for you. Biggest Nipsey Hussle fan ever. Okay, so that's my podcast. Will be coming out TBD. I'm like a little scared to exit out of here because I still am not like 100 on it. But like that's why I know what they're talking about with the different stems and all that shit. So let's go back to oh my god, they're really asking this shit. There's a lot of people in here now. I'm like really disappointed in Joe Budden. Like fuck Joe Budden, honestly. I'm just disappointed in him, you know. I'm just like fuck that dude. Is this really interesting to anyone? Ugh, I'm just in a bad mood, yo. I really am. Okay.
I really wish I made you the easier shopping. Sucks, man.
I love watching Trish Paytas eat food in her park. Especially Taco Bell, like it really gets me. And I watch it at the end of the night, so it doesn't like make me want to eat. Because I have like a cutoff point in my brain where I'm like, I'm not going to eat after that time, so. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can get hype about Meg. I just kind of want to watch food videos and shit. Let's see. I mean, they should at least have her DJ come on. Is she even there? I actually want to see. So. It's like everything in there. Okay. I mean, my goal is not to record everything in one day, which is what I've been doing. What is this shit on my screen? They should have embedded some music in the background and been like, is that okay?
Thank you, MTV. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm best hip hop. But thank.
I hate that they're talking about like, oh, she's going to school for law and all this kind of shit. Like, who cares? Does that validate a black woman because she's going to school? Or does it validate that she's the biggest artist in the planet right now? Like, it's such white people shit. I fucking hate it. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna end this because I'm gonna. Well, if this becomes any more interesting later, which I don't think it will, I'll tune back in.